Hello everyone, today our teams will explain you what is bubble and selection sorts. Also you will learn about differences between these two sortings method. Firstly, what is sorting? Sorting is a method of arranging data in an arranged order. It helps to search for data elements quickly. Sorting algorithms are useful in multiple fields such as machine learning and big data analysis to manipulate large datasets. There are various sorting algorithms, and bubble sort and selection sort are two of them.
Bubble sort is a sorting algorithm which sorts the elements in increasing order. It repeatedly compares the adjacent items, and if the item in the left is larger than the item in the right, the items swap. Here's an example of how bubble sort works on arrays. Let's write some quick and small array. There will be numbers 10, 5, 7, 8, 2, 6, 1, and 3. Then we write our first for loop. We will need it. Loop will work about one length of the array minus 1. Standard actions that we used before. But here we use the second one. This loop will work for multiple times, and the time the loop worked will be about the length of our array minus I minus 1. And here we will write our first if and only one. If the element of array j will be bigger than element of array j plus 1, we will swap them. Here we create integer swap, and our swap will be array j. We replace rj by the num element rj plus 1. And now let's test how it works. We create our new loop, standard things, length of array as before. Let's test, and we see that it works correctly.
What is a selection sort? Selection sort is a sorting algorithm that sorts the elements in increasing order. After finding the smallest element in the unsorted part of the array, it swaps the element with the first position in the list. So, the question is, what is the difference between bubble sort and selection sort? Let's take as an example numbers 7, 8, 5, 4, 9, 2. So now, we take the minimum value as 7. We check the value 8, it is not less than 7, so we check 5, it is less than 7. Now, the minimum value is 5. Now consider 4, it is less than the minimum value 5, so therefore now the minimum value is 4. Next, we consider the number 9, it's not less than the current minimum value 4, so we move to the next element, which is 2. It is less than the current minimum value 4. Now, the minimum value is 2. We can swap 7 and 2. Now, the list it is as follows: 2, 8, 5, 4, 9, 7. Now 2 is already sorted, and it's the smallest number in the list. The rest is unsorted list. We should now sort 8, 5, 4, 9, 7. We consider 8 as a minimum value. The value 5 is less than the minimum value 8. So now, the minimum value is 5. The value is 4 is less than the minimum value, so now the minimum value is 4. The 9 is not less than minimum value 4, therefore we consider the next element 7. It is not less than the minimum value 4, so now the minimum is 4. Therefore we swap the value of 4 and value 8, first element in the list. Now the list is as follows: 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 7. Now 2, and 4 are sorted. We can sort 5, 8, 9, 7. We consider 5 as the minimum value and repeat the above process and obtain a sorted list at the end.
Let's now move on to the difference between bubble sort and selection sort. So the way bubble sort works, it takes the first element and compares to the next element. So in this case 5 is bigger than 3, so it swaps the places, so it will be 3 and 5. Next 5 compares to 8, since 8 is bigger, nothing will happen. And next it compares 8 and 6. Since 8 is bigger, so 6 will go here and 8 will swap the places. And next will be 8 and 7. Since 8 is bigger than 7, it will swap the places, so final result will look something like this. Now let's take a look at selection sort. The way it works, it takes the first element and compares to the rest ones and takes the minimum value. As it is right now, it's 2 and it swaps the places, so 2 will go here and 5 will go here. The next step would be taking 7 and trying to find the minimum value. The 3 is a small, so it will swap the places, 7 and 8. And as it is already in the ascending order, the array will finish like this. Let's now move on to the second point of difference, the border time complexity. In the bubble sort, it has the best case scenario, big O n, and the worst case scenario, big O n square. What's the best case scenario? The best case scenario is the array that's already arranged in the ascending order. So here, what will happen? 1 and 2 will not swap the places, since 1 is smaller than 2. The same is 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and 4 and 5. Nothing will happen. And what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario would be array that's arranged in the descending order. So it will have to swap the places between 5 and 4, so it will be 4 and 5. Then it swaps the places between 5 and 3 and so on. So at the end, it will look like this. On the other hand, selection sort. Selection sort is the best and the worst has the same formula, big O n square. So what's the best case scenario in the selection sort? So it takes the first, as it is right now it's 1, and will try to find the minimum value. The minimum value will be 1 and nothing will done. And it will take this 2 and try to find the minimum value and nothing will happen. It will leave as it is right now. What's the worst case scenario for the selection sort? So it takes 5 and try to find the minimum value. The minimum value would be 1, so it swaps the places. And next it will be 4 and it will try to find the minimum value. And minimum value is 2, so it swaps the places. So at the end it will look like this.
In summary, the main difference between bubble sort and selection sort is that the bubble sort operates by repeatedly swapping the adjacent elements if they are in the wrong order. In contrast, a selection sort sorts an array by repeatedly finding the minimum element from the unsorted part and placing that at the beginning of the array.